we're here like
he was like, should I heat up my food now? Oh, Ben's kind of late. I don't know if I should heat up my food now.
4 minutes is like a half a day for you guys.
Guys,
what's up?
Guys? We're here with another Cheapsteaks podcast. 3 steaks in a pod. You're with CJ, Ben, and Paul, and we're about to have a dinner date with you guys tonight because what else is there to do in lockdown? Hey.
Yeah, exactly. And
you're right about that.
Especially in Melbourne, it's just getting. It seems that people are getting more impatient, but you just gotta make do with these sort of things.
A little restless.
Yeah, just pay attention to the rules and just do what you got to do and make do. It's pretty simple. The sooner we can all listen, the sooner we can get out of it. So
we're here tonight having a little bit of dinner. As we do in the past 2 episodes, we're just going to show you what we're eating, I guess, and then we'll just see where the podcast takes us from there. So I think, Paul, what do you have tonight?
Well, I guess we want to talk about the elephant in the room because as I think about what I'm going to share about this, it kind of then makes sense.
Yeah.
And for all those who listen and watch us, Ben, what day is it today?
Today's actually we shoot on Fridays, and Friday is usually my takeaway day, but today is Saturday. Why are we shooting on Saturday, Paul?
Well, for all of us, it's a takeaway day on a Friday, essentially, for this podcast. And here we are on a Saturday, and I think we'll get to that. I'll introduce my food. Or do you guys want to talk about that now? What do you?
I mean, you already brought it up, so you might as well just talk about it right now.
Let's just go right into it. Okay, it's Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. I bought food yesterday, and so I'm about to share to you guys. We're all going to share our dinner for tonight, but it's a bit left field. Because yesterday we had one of the greatest technical malfunctions, that you could say. I don't know if you'd like to elaborate a little bit there, Ben.
Let's just say
we just lost all our audio.
So we shot. Okay, guys, we didn't leave you hanging. We did shoot an episode yesterday. We got our takeaway, and we did everything that we did. And then at the end of it, CJ usually is the guy who goes through the edit. And basically he went through the edit and he was just thinking, like he was playing through it. And then he was like, oh, wait, hold on. How come I can't hear Ben and Paul? There's no Ben and Paul voices in this. The video was playing fine, but there was just no Ben and Paul. And CJ did what he had to do, tried to dig through and see if there was a reason why.
Well, let me ask, so how was it for you, CJ? Because I just know we just recorded probably one of the best episodes, I would say, so far.
Yeah.
Lying in my bed, about to kick into a movie, and I get this phone call.
No, it wasn't a phone call first. It was
a message.
I was sending messages in our group chat in capital letters. That's how urgent it was. And I pulled the prank. I tried to pull a prank one time. I was like, guys,
we didn't record.
Yeah, we didn't record. But this time it was for real. Yeah.
It's not no boy situation.
For real. And I was like, okay, no one's answering, no one's responding. I'm gonna quickly call them. Because this is an urgent situation right now.
Yeah. And you don't usually get the call after the pod. It's time to kick back and watch a movie or whatever, hang out with the family.
It's done. That's it.
Hey, Steve, why don't you show them a little clip of what we're dealing with and just so you know what we were talking about. So just hit that real quick right now.
Fair. All right, cool. Welcome back. That's basically what we went through.
Can you explain your feeling, you just kind of, and then just when you first realized, and then also when you found out what the issue was, and then we'll kind of dig into our meals.
I usually just check over the footage, make sure everything was all good. I did the pre-checks before. We usually do pre-checks before. Everything was all good. But I did a little slip up where I usually wear headphones, but I had it running through my normal speakers. And so basically I had put on my headphones. It's a Bluetooth headset, so when you put it on, it just quickly connects and then everything swaps over. What I failed to realize was that once you flick over, you got to stop the recording to tell the computer, hey, we're using a new output, and then it'll work itself out. But basically, I was like, oh man, what? Like what? This can't be happening right now, you know? I literally hit play, and then first 10 minutes we were like talking, me and Ben were talking, everything was, I was like, oh, sweet. And then I usually like scrub through, just make sure everything was going smoothly, and then there was no one talking, and I was like, I could only hear myself talking, and I was like, what is going on? I was devastated. Like, I was actually devastated because I was like, we were so proud of it. Like, so proud of it.
We were so proud of yesterday's episode, you guys.
The feeling in that video chat was like a sense of like, we don't want to be angry, but we're highly annoyed, but also wanted to be super supportive. But then also wanted to at least look at the positive and just laugh about it. And be like, hey, it's like, hey, stuff happens, right? But then we're also like, yo, this is like, it's hard to come back from.
It is hard to come back from, but thank goodness it's early days. It's early days, so it's
So we decided, let's just do a podcast today, Saturday, September 12th.
Had to reshuffle some things in my schedule because Saturday not usually.
Oh man!
Essentially,
I usually talk to you guys on Saturday.
I'm usually busy on Saturdays. Lockdown is hella busy for me, man. Like,
I got this different kind of life, ISO life on Saturdays. So Fridays for you guys, and Saturdays completely different.
And what comes with that is that, you know, what are we going to eat, or what are we going to present? And I think that's what's also kind of thing like. Look, for those listening right now, unless you want to sponsor us for another night, you know, we can't be doing takeout every night of the week. So some of us have done takeout tonight. Some of us have done some home cooking, whatever it may be. But I think to put us back on track, you guys are having dinner with us. So I guess, you know, I'll dig into what I've got here for tonight. I did order something last night, but that's something for the future to look into. We'll forget that. And tonight's dinner is some leftovers. Now, I actually like this. I don't know what it's called because I feel like there's some different names that are given to us. If you just have a look in here. That almost went over my laptop.
almost.
Essentially, you know, you almost pulled the bench there. It's, you know, you got your veggies, so you got your peas, your carrots.
Can you like lift a spoonful of it and
potatoes, beans, carrots, potato, pork.
Potato.
Sometimes they use beef, but pork, and it's like with that tomato sauce kind of stuff. So it's like that caldereta kind of stew kind of situation, and it's very good with rice. But as I thought about what else I had some rice today earlier, what I'm going to have later for dessert, I just have it straight by itself. Add some chili flakes, and I like to add in some shredded cheese in here, some grated cheese. Okay. Just to give it some extra flavor. So yeah, chili flakes and grated cheese, and there's some pumpkin. And there's some pumpkin. It is a bit on the Italian side because it's got that tomato sauce kind of base around it, and it's got some pumpkin as well. So yeah, and it's still got a lot of like pork fat, and the pork fat's very juicy, very melts in your mouth kind of situation. Though it is more common with beef. So and then I thought, well, I'm gonna treat myself just a little bit. Got myself a glass of crisp, cold vanilla Coke.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I like the vanilla Coke. I'm down with that.
That's crisp. When you get that crackle, you know it's good.
When it hurts your throat going down, that's when, you're drinking that and it's killing your throat and you're thinking, ooh, that's
crispy.
Or like when you first get the bottle and then you open it and it's a bit pressurized, so it's like, it's a real.
You need that real. That's why you know it's good.
The label loosens and everything.
Yeah. You would have known. How do you describe? Like it's a drink, no one describes Coke as being smooth. It's more sharp, crisp. It's more edgy when you take it. Yeah. But that's a good Coke. So that's what I'm eating tonight, guys.
Okay.
How about you guys?
Nah, sounds good. That's a good backup. because what you had yesterday, you weren't too happy with. And I wish everybody could have seen how much we were trying to support you on your decision you made, and it was just like, no, he hates it. He hates it, but it's all good, man. It's all good.
I wasn't a happy camper, but it was worth it. It was worth it overall. Partially wasn't worth it. The podcast is not working.
Oh man, I wish they could have seen. Anyway,
F3.
Well, so yesterday I actually Uber Eats, and I'm not Uber Eats is expensive. It was like $8 to deliver, but I had like a voucher from work, and I decided I'm going to use it. I actually got the voucher a couple of weeks ago, and I saved it for the pod yesterday. And the pod yesterday didn't. I was like, you know what? Oh, I've got a voucher for Uber Eats. Let's spend a little more, you know. And it didn't work out. I mean,
let's provide content. Let's provide content for this Friday, which will never be seen.
I saved it for you guys, but couldn't. So because of Saturday,
flashbacks, man. I'm getting like PTSD from that.
Because it's traumatized, man. Like, all of a sudden, he's just like, working one day, and he's just like, just checking all his tabs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Saturday today, so it wasn't takeaway day, so I decided that I had to cook. Mm-hmm. We decided to make some burgers.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're good.
Trauma is real. Trauma is real.
We're good.
Okay. So CJ just had to check.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to check the audio because
didn't want to happen again. Just made some burgers, you guys. Pretty simple.
Nice.
Actually we went to Aldi, and because their brioche buns are pre-cut, turns out they also do the sesame seed bun at Aldi. So I don't know if that's new, but I've never seen that at Aldi. So we went with the sesame seed brioche bun. Just got some meat. If you can see that properly. Just got some meat from. We had some leftover meat because we made burgers a couple weeks ago. Meat, cheese. I got an egg in there, lettuce, tomato. That's it. I'll put some tomato. It's like a tomato relish on the bottom. So it's underneath the meat, and that's simple burger.
Okay.
Just chuck them on top. Got the burger pickles.
And you know what that makes me think of there, Ben? Like, for those who are listening and watching, we do have a number of actual like homemade burgers that we have made over the time here. We do have quite an archive.
That's it.
Which I hope hasn't been deleted. I hope it's definitely stored. No issues there. And you guys should definitely check that out on our page. We've got a lot of experimental stuff. And all of So I love what you've done there.
Come out of the archives at some point, but for now we're just trying to keep you entertained. Little ISO dinners, and that's it. So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight.
That looks like a pretty hefty burger.
It does.
It's not too. I was gonna do the double patty, but Susan convinced me just to do one patty because I'm having two burgers.
Tasty cheese, Swiss cheese, American cheese?
I got that smoked cheese from Coles. It's like the fake one. It's like the plastic cheese.
Yeah, but smoked flavor. Okay, nice.
I don't mind it. Yeah.
Hey, do you butter your buns?
So I use the butter from that I use to cook the meat, and I just put the buns on and just toasted that a tiny bit, and then that's it. Yeah, just so it holds it, so it doesn't get too soggy when I bite into it.
Okay. All right, cool.
But yeah, I'm kind of keen to get into it as well. Just stop talking to me.
Well,
dig in, son.
I have this.
Did you get kebab?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I forgot to mention you guys. I just got some potato tots here as well.
Some potato tots.
Just chuck them in the air fryer.
Nice.
So I just got a cheeky
kebab.
Saturday night meal.
Saturday night kebab, man.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have it on a Wednesday.
But
Saturday kebab.
Hopefully, if I order it correctly, let me open it up for you guys. But hopefully if I ordered it correctly, which I hope.
Where'd you get it from? It's the one. I
can't remember what it's, kebab joint down on Princess Highway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Where's that?
Oh, they didn't do it.
What?
I wanted pita Turkish bread, but they did it with pita.
Mm.
So they probably don't have any left, but that's okay. That's cool.
It was a little bit thicker, eh?
Yeah, it's just more bready. It's more like a
You
sandwich.
ordered one of those?
You really love the breadiness of things. Like I think last week you had your chicken. I was like, that looks like a very bready bun for your chicken burger.
Look, I don't really choose what kind of bread they give me.
Oh, you were choosing just then apparently.
Wait,
Yeah, I was choosing that time, but yeah, this time round. Yeah, so I mean, it's not going to live up to what I had yesterday. I know that for sure. Because you know, it's kind of comparatively, it's not the same, but
Yeah.
it'll do. You know.
Was it worth mentioning where you went yesterday or not? Okay,
I think I'm just gonna hold off.
we just forget about it.
I'm just gonna hold off for now, and then maybe we'll revisit it in the next pod or something. Like,
Can I ask this, CJ? So where exactly in Prince Highway is that? Like what suburb?
Springvale area.
Oh, is that the corner of Springvale Road and
Yeah,
Prince
that
Highway?
really big.
Near
junction.
KFC.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Did you go pick it up?
No, I got it delivered. I was a bit lazy.
Oh,
today.
really?
I was a bit lazy today, so
You've Uber Eats the kebab.
yeah.
Wait, is that a single kebab, like chips
Oh.
and drink? Or?
I've got chips.
Yep, you definitely eat chips.
Um,
And Ben,
And for some reason, it's
I was just about to ask.
it's diet.
Did you get an
though.
upsize?
No, I didn't get an upside, but it's diet. Diet. Like,
Did you ask for it?
no.
Bro, I have never seen you drink Diet Coke in my life.
I've never seen
What?
me drink Diet Coke in my life.
I don't think I've ever seen you touch a can of Coke of Diet Coke, man. That's like straight up weird, man.
Did you call them or video call them or Skype them?
I did it through the app.
Uber Eats app.
You misclicked on the Diet Coke then.
No.
Maybe.
No, there was no option.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. But so I made it tonight, guys. You know,
Man, it's very good.
it looks good. It looks freaking like a good burger.
Looks like you swallowed your first one already.
I put garlic aioli
Mm-hmm.
as well. That might be the game changer. But I don't know if you guys saw, maybe the other guys saw. I had the egg in it, and it's just half cooked. So the yolk was nice and creamy, yeah. That creamy yolk, man.
That's how you want. Like,
Yeah.
I think when you have like egg in certain things, you got to have it. Like, you need to have that like that just sunny side just a little bit, so it runs around and adds some more flavor.
Yeah.
I think that's real important. It's funny that it's sounding like kebab there and everything. And
Is it good, Siege?
It's alright.
Oh, shit.
It's alright.
it doesn't look too happy.
Did you get extra garlic sauce?
Huh?
Extra garlic sauce?
No, just garlic barbecue. But I don't know.
okay.
It's not hitting the spot. You know, like last night really hit the spot. I'm sorry,
Hey, what do
guys.
you guys-
I'm sorry, guys. We're talking about yesterday so much, but it really was like a pretty big
It's
shot.
still an open wound. Let's be honest. It's still an
Paul
open
doesn't want to
wound.
remember what he ate yesterday.
It's still an open wound.
He's happy to not remember what he ate yesterday.
Well, actually, look, I don't want to dismiss what I think it gave me a great experience. I think it was like enjoyable to eat and participate and chat about and just kind of walk and just be honest about my experience. And I actually don't think this place is bad overall. I think I just had a personal bad experience, and it hasn't detracted me from ever going there again. Because I have been to some places which have really detracted me from going. Maybe have you guys ever had? So I think this will lead to a question, but have you guys ever been to a restaurant and you had such bad service you just never went back?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah, not really. What, have you?
Yeah, one time. Big Dog Diner. I don't think that's open anymore. It was up near Frankston.
Big Dog Diner.
So they were like
Yeah.
just at the beginning of the burger phase, but instead it was like hot dogs and stuff like that. So let's head on down, right?
The American Diner experience.
Yeah, something like that. And so we went about 10 to 15 of us, maybe. Let's say 10. Everyone ordered, and we all sat down to eat. And it's like already, let's say the place closes at 9, so we got there about 8. You know,
Good.
enough time for all of us to order. And I sat there and I was like, oh hey, just everyone got their food, so I was like, oh hey, I'm still waiting on my meal. And they're like, sorry? And I was like, I'm waiting on my meal. And they're just like, oh no, you didn't order. I'm like, yeah I did, here's a receipt.
Oh.
And they're like, oh okay. And then they were just kind of like, oh, we're closing. And I was like, I'm hungry. I want my dinner. I'm starving. It's already like 8:45 now, and they're like, oh, we're kind of closing the kitchen. I was like, I've come here with all my friends to have dinner. They all eat, and then you're telling me now that you're gonna like refund me or something. And so they were like, anyways, they started to make my food. They started to shut up shop, but I was just like, I know, I was a little bit stubborn, and I sat on the table that they were stacking up all the chairs, and I was like, no, I want to enjoy my food on the table and eat here. I don't want to go outside and stand around with my burger and.
Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Hmm?
I dropped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to start your story again, Paul. Sorry.
The whole story, or just where I got to?
So you were stubborn and you were sitting on the
Oh yeah,
table.
no, yeah. We noticed. We noticed you dropped out, so we stopped. Me and Ben saw the moment you dropped out, so we stopped speaking. So we got your back, bro.
Oh my goodness, this is like.
So I sat there on this table. They were stacking up the chairs, trying to pack up, and I was like, just being stubborn. I was like, I want to eat my food here on this table because I'm hungry and I can't eat this huge, hot dog thing outside on the parking lot of this petrol station, because it was like a diner / petrol station working together. I'm like, I'm not eating out there. So it was and there was still just a bit, so I was just kind of like, yeah, you've lost my business. I probably won't come back. Yeah, I can understand people making mistakes, but just the way they handled it just wasn't for me in the customer service side of things. Like, I've had people make big mistakes with me before, but they've done what they can to, earn my trust and look after their brand. Like, and for me, it's not about just saying, oh, here, have some, like, giving people free food and stuff like that doesn't just really help them. It's more like empathizing and saying, we've seen with you. Unfortunately, our systems can't do this, but we can do this. Like, we're trying to work around for you. So I think I was just like, you guys didn't work around for me. So I know you guys don't shut up shop for a while after, because they've got to stay back and clean and everything like that. So I was like, what can you do? It happens.
Do you wait for that one guy to finish eating and then start cleaning?
Yeah.
You start cleaning around them. Further off though, you kind of do this indirect, like, let's start with the windows. Well, I haven't worked hospitality, so.
I've never had that experience. The only time I've had something close to that was just, I just had bad service at McDonald's one time. It was just slow. And I was just kind of like, what the heck, what's going on? So I stopped going to that particular McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like, you have one chance if you're a fast food, and if you take forever, I'm out.
Sure.
I'm out. I'm done with.
There's so many. Huh.
I always find it. I find it funny when you go to like KFC and stuff like that, and you see the big board where they're competing against every other KFC, and you can see the timers, and you're like, oh, this one's a little bit quicker because they're in the green. They're in the green for.
Yeah.
Actually, what McDonald's was that?
Are we doing a name and shame?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because it hasn't even. I actually gave it another shot. You give it another chance, because you haven't been there for a little while, and you're like, oh, let's see.
Yeah, it's going to be your staff turnover.
No. Outside the Glen Shopping Centre.
Oh, that one is horrible.
That's the worst one I've ever been to, man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
100%.
It should get any better. I don't know what's up with it.
You know what's funny? Like, I've had, for some reason, like, those type of restaurants, they don't well, Macca's has it. I've been failed by Macca's before, but it's I don't know. I think I'll give them a bit more grace for some reason. Maybe because they're just like, just pumping things out. Like I think you guys remember this. I just remember just now. I can't remember the full story, but I was with you guys after a basketball game at Noble Macca's, and I think
I know what you're talking about.
I think we got cold chips or a cold burger. I got a cold burger. And I was like,
chips is kind of understandable.
We ordered the like a family meal deal.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go. I took a bite and I was like, this is cold. Like this all went back, got myself a new burger, and I was like, yeah, I'm happy. So
but did they not give you another burger?
No, they gave me a new burger and I was happy.
No, but like another burger as well, like a bonus burger?
I think they took the old burger and then gave me a new one.
Okay. Yeah.
I was a bit naughty when I was a bit younger though. When I was like early teens, I didn't like pickles, so I'd say, "Oh, no pickle, please." Right? When I ordered a large cheeseburger meal was $4.95 back then. So you can get your large chips and then you get a cheeseburger.
Sorry, Paul. Sorry, I'm just gonna cut you off. Who likes this stuff? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Those listening, Diet Coke.
There is no crisp.
If you're gonna get Coke these days, just get Coke Zero.
Yeah,
it's something better. At least that tastes close enough to normal Coke. But I'm actually like, what are you guys? A Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
I'm definitely a Coke.
Yeah,
Coke.
But then, okay, if I'm in Asia, I'm more of a Pepsi because Pepsi has different kind of flavors that we don't have, like exclusive flavors. Coke is just like vanilla and stuff like that. But Pepsi in Asia is better in my opinion.
What'd you have?
So they've got like, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that was real.
Pardon me, guys. Pardon me. They've got like a raspberry infused one. A lot of the melon flavored kind of. And a lot of like Asian style flavors that they have incorporated.
Yeah.
Well, for those listening at home, are you guys Coke or Pepsi? And if you are Coke or Pepsi, are there any spin-offs of the Coke or Pepsi that you like? Example, I got the vanilla Cokes in my hand. So,
I like the vanilla Coke as well. If it's not OG Coke, I think vanilla Coke's like my next. But does it get flat like a lot quicker?
I'm not sure.
I never get the 2-liter bottle, Ben.
But we can't afford it.
I thought it went flat like a lot quicker.
You might have to be a test. You might have to run.
Get it, because the normal one seems to last longer. Yeah.
No, I think it can depend. I think it depends. It depends also where you get it from. Like, when you're getting your soft drinks from some of these fast food places, they're just your soda with the syrup. So that could also be a big thing as well. So I think that does play a role when you're using. But you got more than just a kebab. What you munching on there, man? Falafel?
Yeah.
How is it though? Is it dry or is it moist or is it right on?
It is a sauce, but
that's a cheeky side, Siege. That's a cheeky side.
Cheeky side, you forgot to mention.
Yeah, I forgot it was in the bag. Side, I saw it in the bag and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this.
The reason why I asked is because I was like, do you just Uber Eats this for one singular kebab? Like, you gotta make it worth it enough on the order. Yeah, you gotta like, but you don't want to order too much because then you're like, damn, that's a lot of food. Price there. Back to what I was sharing. So when I was young, I didn't like pickles. So I'd, $4.95 large cheeseburger meal. And if I ever ordered and then I got my little cheeseburger and I bit into it and there was a pickle, back then they were more lenient. And I would go there and say, hey, I ordered no pickle. It's on the receipt. And they're like, oh, sorry. They'd give me a whole new burger. And I would keep that burger. And the new burger, and I would just take the pickle out anyways. I was like, here we go, two burgers.
You were complaining when you were a kid, bro.
Sorry?
You were a complainer.
It's not a complainer. It's just like sometimes I'll let things slide. Sometimes it's just like, it just depends on the day because it's like sometimes things just don't go your way. Sometimes it's just like, I could do with an extra burger right now. If I get it, I get it. If I don't,
Yeah.
I don't. Hey man, when $5 is your budget,
Hey.
when $5 is your budget as a 13-year-old, you want to make the most of it, right?
Yeah, you're right. I used to be no pickles guy as well.
Really?
No. Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to hate pickles in burgers and stuff. But I used to just eat it. Like I just never. I sort of just ate it because I don't know. Sometimes you bite into it and you sort of like, oh well, it is what it is. I'm eating it now, kind of thing. But yeah, I used to not like pickles, but I still ate it. And now, actually, I don't mind pickles now. And the same thing with olives and tomatoes. I used to hate tomatoes.
Ooh.
Far out. I used to hate tomatoes. Up until like when I'm like, I think just recently, like the past 3 years, I've gotten better with tomatoes.
Really?
What?
Is that including tomato sauce?
It took me this long to finally just be happy with eating
That's
tomatoes.
crazy though, because like when I looked at your burger, it was lined with pickles on the bun, and you had two large tomato slices on each of them.
What, does that include tomato sauce?
Huh?
Did that include tomato sauce? Did you have a thing against tomato
Oh
sauce?
no! Just the texture of the fresh tomatoes put me off. So like I don't know. I think it was the jelliness of the inside, the middle bit.
Okay.
The fact that it was a bit jellyish.
But it's interesting. Like you just have to like keep going with it. Like for me, pickles, I can deal with pickles now. I'm probably about like every 1 out of 10 burgers, I might just take the pickle out. Like now, I'm just like more like I could put the pickles on things just to add that acidity, to balance the flavors. Olives couldn't do with it. Then I got lazy taking them off pizza. So now, like, I love olives. I bought a jar just recently. So you're right. You just got to kind of like just dig with it, and then just start to develop a real palate for it.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Well, if we're talking about things we don't like, where do you draw the line in terms of food you wouldn't eat? Where would you draw your line? Because for us, like Filipinos, right? We have a pretty good sort of.
1 second.
Okay, we're just gonna pause here for a second while Ben has to shoot off.
It's not a yuck taste.
It's not eating like it's not eating like.
You're not eating the street. Yeah, the street kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not eating the dirty roads and stuff. You're actually eating proper meat.
Proper like. What do you call a multi-grain raised rat? Like steady diet of pellets, grass and milk.
Grass-fed rat.
they play like some symphony, like some Beethoven to it, just to, like the way they do to like the Wagyu beef and everything, just to make this rat sing. That's intense,
I wouldn't do rats. That's hard for me.
I've got a more. My mind is the line that I draw is quite blurry, and I say that in a sense of like, for those listening, like dinner guan, like I know what's in that, and I can't even stomach just have pig's blood, We call it Adidas or Adidas chicken feet. Yeah, it doesn't sit too well with me, Isa is like intestine. I just can't stomach it. Liver. This dish that I had, sometimes it has liver in it, and I just can't deal with the texture of that powderness. It just tastes like, I think we mentioned, like it just tastes like you're eating like raw aluminium, like each bite. Like I can't deal with that metal taste of the iron in liver. Yeah, but the reason why I say I've got a blurry line is because I want, like eating a spider or eating those things. Face value, I'm just going to say no to anything exotic, but put me in a room with you two or like a group of people. Put me with people who haven't done it before for a shared experience. Yeah, and you will probably count my money would be in.
Guys, like if I was right now, you got to sponsor us. Us three, we'll go on a food adventure with Paul.
It's because but you have to remember, it's with people who haven't done it. So like. If we're gonna eat balut, I know like some people that go, I've had it before. It's like, yeah, well, that's nothing to you. I don't want to do it just by myself, and you've all had it. I want it to be, I've never had it before either. So if everything is new, people are like, I'll do it with you. It's not a challenge for you. You eat spiders every day of the week. I'm not encouraged by you eating a spider with me, Mr. Steady Diet. I want someone who hasn't done it with me, and that kind of gives me that encouragement or that kind of like shared experience to do those things. Or if I was on Survivor and I had no choice, I'd definitely eat it because it was $1 million, right? So that's why my line is blurry. Does that make sense?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No chicken heart. Chicken heart is not for me.
Sounds so funky.
So I
No
think
chicken brains, fish eyes, fish brains. No,
So you
That's
went
what
to chicken feet at Yum Cha.
I wouldn't order it. So I'm kind of like this. I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't really. I don't want that meat that I bite into. I think that's where kind of this weird borderline stuff. Like, I remember one time I kind of was eating it, and I was like at someone's house, and I was like, "Gotta be grateful. It's all I got." So
Yeah.
it's like,
delicious. Where's the meat? And then you go on a Macca's run afterwards because you're not hungry. You're not full.
I could have went on the Macca's on last night, to be honest. But I didn't.
You would have.
Goodness.
So
No,
funny.
if you guys remember what happened, I had some of that extra stuff, and so I got a bit hungry later. I was like, oh, I had this, and perfect. It was perfect timing over till bedtime. So
Yeah, so I just want to say that Paul was so disappointed with his food yesterday that he said, he was telling us, I'm actually quite full from it. And we only ever saw him took like 2 bites. And we were just like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, it's actually quite filling. It's actually quite filling.
And he's like, I think I'm going to give some to my mum.
I try to handle it to the mom.
So not to like ruin like our pod. We can definitely talk about it again another time. But I definitely like last night. Then my mom came home from work and everything, and it was already about like 12:31. Like I think I was already like kind of already asleep, but I got up to just quickly get a drink. And she's like, "Oh, where'd you get this from?" And I was like, "Oh, down." It's like I can see a little bit was eaten, but not a lot.
So she had the same opinion.
In the fridge. It wasn't a whole, oh wow, nice, awesome, or like it was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. I think I was full. I didn't have like any dessert till like a few hours later, kind of thing. So yeah, I think it tied me over.
So you draw the line between you. So spiders is a no.
Spiders is a no. Yeah, I think that's probably the line for me.
Yeah.
Everything else,
yeah.
Everything else is fair game. I think it's like, yeah.
Kangaroo. Have you had kangaroo, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't tell the
I've
difference.
had wallaby. I had a wallaby burrito in Tasmania.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good.
It just tastes like pulled pork kind of situation about it. Just the way
I don't know. I feel weird eating that kind of stuff because it's our national kind of.
Yeah, it's our native animals. Like it feels weird.
Like I get it, we have heaps of them. We have heaps of them, and sometimes they're a pest. But I don't have any beef with them, you know. Like
You're right. You're totally right. Like it's I think it's definitely something like that because it's almost like because we're the only ones who have kangaroos and stuff like that, and I almost feel proud that we have something different that other parts of the world don't have.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just be eating these guys, but I do want to know what it tastes like.
I actually haven't had kangaroo. I actually have had kangaroo though, so that's what separates us. But I sit with you, Ben. There, it's like, man, look at beef, chicken, lamb. It's everywhere.
Why can't I just eat beef or chicken? Why do I have to eat kangaroo? Yeah. Even though I do want to know what it tastes like.
I missed out on the opportunity when I was in the States last year to eat deer.
Yeah, they eat that.
Fresh caught deer.
Okay.
I'm very interested to taste that. Or they have bison as well. Like that. I walked past a jerky store, and it had like your beef jerky, your chicken jerky, but it had some like interesting stuff like taurus, like bison, like some. I was like, well, I've had crocodile. Have you guys had crocodile?
Yeah, I had crocodile.
I haven't had crocodile.
Oh.
No, you have Siege.
Have I?
We had a crocodile burger one time.
Yes, that's right. At Outback Steakhouse or whatever.
Was it there or was it at one of the night markets?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It was at the night market. Yeah.
It was at a night market.
And it was like emu and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, if you guys have anything that you've tried that we should probably try, or you want to get Paul to try? Comment down below.
No, you won't be able to get Paul to try it because you have to try it together. It has to be experienced and it has to be
Correct.
so it's not gonna work, you guys.
Hey, I'm willing. Hey, you know what? Like this could change me. This could be the changing point. But I am allergic to seafood. For those who are voting in, I'm allergic to seafood. But I can eat fish
And peanuts.
Super weird. And peanuts. Yeah, but hey, I'm willing to take risks. Let me tell you, I thought I was allergic to all nuts for the longest time.
Yeah.
I knew I could have Nutella, and that's about it. One day I was so hungry, and I was on the train heading home, and I couldn't wait. And my friend had some almonds, however you want to say it. And I was like, yo, just give me some. Like, I'll just deal with the allergic reaction. I'm hungry. Nothing happened, and so then I've been just trying more and more different types of things. So
maybe it's one of those. Yeah, maybe it was one of those pickle things. You might just need to eat it.
Just gonna keep. Oh no, I'm allergic to peanuts. I can smell peanuts from a mile away, you know. But with that being said, with crocodile, we've all had it. For those who haven't had it and are listening, try it. I actually think it's one of the purest meats with like low fat, and it doesn't have any of that gunky stuff or discoloration of meats that meats can have, or even fish type of meats, you know.
Yeah, because they look so they don't look like they got any fat on them. Crocodiles.
Yeah. They're just
I had a crocodile
muscle, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. I had a crocodile sisig, man.
Oh,
And we know sisig is made of all the scraps.
Offcuts, yeah.
This was pure. Like I was just like slamming that bad boy into my rice and just I didn't have to do two spoonfuls of rice just to offset the sisig, right? I wanted more sisig than rice in this.
Hold on, was there liver in that sisig?
No, I don't think it was.
Come on, man. Nah, it's all good.
Gosh.
Like on the reptile side of thing, what I did actually have in Colorado Springs was rattlesnake.
Yeah, I haven't had that.
Okay.
I do have a video. It was caught. The guy he tried to milk it, but it was just like, oh, whatever. So let's just cook it. And so we got that. A few of us.
What guy?
These guys are just like they work on the property as just like like those groundskeeper kind of situations. I got videos on my phone of him trying to milk it, and he's got no experience. So like, I was like, so if you get bit, who's gonna drive?
What's the go here?
You're gonna die.
He was just trying to show off, right? He was just like,
no, he's a Marine, so that guy is like he just has some bucket list of crazy stuff. But anyways, the other guy, he made it, and so only a few of us got to taste this rattlesnake. Actually, it was like kind of secret, like, hey, I had to know a few people like, oh, they come in the morning at 8.
Yeah, on the low.
Rattlesnake definitely looks like fish. Tastes like fish, but more like you're super, like like how they just cook fish for you, like they fry it or something in the Filipino way. But it was a bit drier with no flavor. Like just pure white meat, no flavor. Yeah. And a bit rubbery.
I can see that.
It was kind of like. I was just like, meow. Okay, that was very anticlimactic. I was expecting something like, when you taste something new, your brain's just like.
What was it? Overcooked? Maybe? No, I don't know. I'm gonna have it.
You make it sound like you cook steak once a week or something.
Like it shouldn't be rubbery. It actually should be super moist with a buttery type of flavor.
Should just rattle in your mouth when you eat it. When you bite it, I made that rattlesnake.
Let's be honest, though, I don't know what it's meant to taste like. That was my experience. I just thought it was going to be something like crazy and out there, like spider, right?
But do you think that's the thing, right? We have that perceived conception of what it should taste like, but the actual realistic. Like, maybe for me, it's like, spiders is not that bad. Maybe rat is not that bad.
I have that perceived thought about rat. That's why it's a tough one for me to try to...
Well, cockroaches, right? Would you try cockroaches?
Yeah, I'll try cockroaches,
Isn't that the same equivalent of like a rat? Because they eat kind of the scraps and stuff like that.
Chew stuff, but... the thing is, like, when I see a rat, it's just I get the chills, man. It really gets the hair on my neck, and so it just puts me off.
I think you're right, and I think sometimes we're better off not knowing what's on our spoon and just eating it and then being told later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
I've got one last question then where we draw the line on this. Because I've been watching a lot of like random, this show called Infographics and Simple History, and it's just about random stuff, things that have happened in life that are just out of people surviving plane crashes, people going to war, and
right.
And have you heard of the plane crash of the Uruguayan soccer team that crashed over the Andes?
No idea.
They crashed back in the 60s or 70s. They crashed over the Andes, and there was about 60 plus people, but they started to just drop like flies because it was uninhabitable. There was no natural, apart from the ice to melt drink, there was nothing else to live off.
Yeah, like no food, no shelter and stuff like that.
It's just pure snow. There's nothing growing on the trees. There's no animals.
Okay.
They ended up turning to cannibalism to stay alive. They turned to cannibalism to stay alive. They decided to eat the people who passed away.
Okay, but that's I think the different situation though.
Different situation.
Survival, man.
It was for survival, and like the people that were alive at one moment were saying, "If I die, eat me," and they all made that kind of pact to give up their bodies if they died for the next person to eat. So they were eating the dead people.
Is that the story of it? Because people will lose their mind. Like
at the start,
you can't agree. It's more like it's Hunger Games. It's survival of the fittest. It's gonna be a point where it's like you're gonna be the hunted because I need to survive, and therefore they're just gonna just try to catch each other and eat each other.
No, it wasn't that. There was already dead people, so they started with them. And then what happens is the rest who were still alive made an agreement that if we continue to die, we'll continue to eat the person who's died. Like they say, if I die, you can eat me, kind of thing. Because the conditions were negative degrees, so they were beyond like living. But they made it about 2.5 months, and then 2 of them tracked out and they got found and everything. So miracle, blah blah blah. But there was still some backlash because they ate people to stay alive. But it's either everyone's dead, or I think there was about 20 odd survivors out of about 60, 70. Because they ate the dead.
How would they kill them?
It's not that they killed them. These people were dead because of the plane crash and because of the conditions. Yeah. It's so cold, you could not survive. The way that survival was just almost, even that alone was beyond it.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's way past my spider line.
I mean, we don't always talk about eating people. Like, you guys down for some dessert, or?
Yeah. I'm saying, I draw the line too. We all draw a line, but I think that line gets changed in that type of situation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my line gets a bit blurry when it comes to eating.
When it comes to surviving,
explain how blurry you get.
When it comes to surviving, my line. There's no line.
I mean, if someone's down to eat people with me, so it's a shared experience, I might eat people.
Okay, you guys want to survive together or not?
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of us have to be down. Okay, so
in that situation, I would be like, I don't care. I'm here to survive. If you don't want to eat them, then I'm here to survive. I'm gonna walk out this mountain alive.
We're gonna stand over this dead body, you and me, Paul. We're gonna be like, so you down? And Paul's like, I'm down if you're down. I'm like, I'm down.
And
I'll be looking for the spiders that are like climatized to the
like,
snow.
Trying to face my fear and actually eat spider.
Only there were, man. Oh man, but essentially that's how it is, man. And it's crazy though. Like we do have our limitations as people because eating, that's a big thing for us. Actually, I'll just let it know. Like we're blessed to even be doing these ISO dinners together. I think being able to eat out, being able to eat some dinner over some over a Zoom call or whatever it be, so we can podcast for those listeners. But even then, I think we are in Melbourne, we are in lockdown, and there are many students who actually aren't. They've lost their jobs and they've lost a lot of their income, and so I just wanted to plug in to just say that there are many societies and associations and groups that are organizing and donating international students who are essentially in this country without work and paying, they do pay heavy fees, and
so
for them and then DM us if you want to help out, because we are providing food to some of these students around.
help out where we can, you guys. Don't want to be eating each other.
Yeah, we don't.
Have you guys got dessert or not?
I do, but it's going to take a while to make. So I can tell you guys what I'm going to be having tonight, though. I definitely am happy to share.
I don't know where my dessert went.
I'll start off.
I'm pretty much going to have what I had last night. So.
What did you have last night? I don't know. I don't remember.
Are we getting our dessert? Do I get it? Or?
For me, I'm going to... You can't, up to you. Tonight I'm going to just...
I'll just get it real quick. I'll probably have like a spoon or something.
Oh my gosh. I guess right now is also a good time to plug our sponsors, Boba Bar. We don't actually have any of their product on us right now because of the whole situation. But next week we'll have something for you guys. Bobabar.mel for all your ISO milk tea kits and stuff like that. Check them out on Instagram. They have some ISO kits. They have some really cool ways of how you can make your boba that one step or that level up from a basic kind of tea. And also, once we're out of ISO, they do catering. So bobabar.mel. Check them out. They're the
Instagram. We'll have it linked in the description.
Yeah, we'll have it linked in the description. But we obviously don't have any product because of what happened
last night. So they do the Friday drinks for us, and so I got a company.
Oh, hello.
So you guys know what champurrado is, yeah?
Yeah.
So I got the curry champurrado flavored ice cream.
What?
Looks like someone's keen for that.
So, just for those who don't know what champurrado is listening, it's essentially a chocolate rice pudding kind of situation with
I've already dug into it, but
wow!
So you've just eaten all that?
That's more than
it's been. Actually, I think it is me. It means Susan. Dug into that.
That looks real good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll be enjoying this tonight.
And I'm gonna dig into a movie tonight, and I'm just gonna have some vanilla bean ice cream with some blueberries and strawberries. So that's my plan for tonight. Just some vanilla bean ice cream with blueberries and strawberries.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. That's it. Because
I'm probably just gonna have a quick look after this and see what baked goods my mum has made.
Can you smell it?
Saw that she uploaded on Facebook, man. And then she's like always uploading everything she bakes on Facebook.
CJ, where's the delivery at, man? Where's the delivery at, CJ, man? We're gonna try this next Friday.
Maybe we will. We'll see. We'll see what she bakes.
Okay.
She has a KitchenAid, so that.
Oh, she's enjoying it.
Really, yeah.
Many people have gone up to bacon this.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, it is. It is a pretty good thing to start up. You don't have to really go out and leave the house for it. So
yeah, that's it. All right, well, sounds good, you guys.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. Thanks for tuning in. I know this one is not as as good as what we had planned, but it's always about making do with what you have. I guess.
They say the strong get back up after they've been knocked down, and that's where we are.
Well, thanks for the support, you guys. Hopefully you guys can continue supporting us, and who knows, we might bring that yesterday's pod back. It's in some time.
It's some miraculous way the audio starts working.
I'm weird.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, like always, wear a mask, guys. Wash your hands, social distance. But just keep up with your friends. Make sure they're okay. We just had Are You Okay Day, so it's always good to just check up on people and see if they're good, especially the ones dear to you and nearest to you, because they might be going through something that they just need someone to reach out to them for. So, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. And see you on the next pod. Peace.
All right, like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, like and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Go
Bye.
Lakers.
Go Lakers.
Go Lakers.